Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Meaningful Motivations with Tracy Erickson. And of course, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Tracy Erickson, and this is your Pick a Pile Tarot reading for career and money for August 2024. So just take a look at these three pre-shuffled piles of cards. And this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2, and this is pile number 3. So just choose a pile that resonates with you now. And I'll be sure to put the timestamps in the description box under this video. And if I remember, I'll also place the timestamps in the comment section down below. And take a moment now, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to click subscribe down below. And if you like my content, you can turn on the notifications bell so that you can be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And of course, don't forget to click the like button and leave me a comment down below if the reading resonates with you. All right, so let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and start with pile number 1. Hello to all of you who picked pile number 1. So what you see here will be 2 of the career and life oracle cards and 5 of the psychic tarot that have been pre-shuffled for you guys. All right, so the first career and life oracle card is locked. And it says, work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. All right, so some of you may feel as though you're just not really getting the opportunities that you are seeking when it comes to your career. So whether that is like a promotion or a different position in your current job or what. But what this card is also saying is that you will have job security when you finally find a position that you love. All right. But for now, it's your advice on that card is basically stay where you are or take a temporary position for the time being because something will change for you. Now, the second card was perspective. If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get to where you want to be. All right. So instead of maintaining this attitude of feeling locked out of what you want, locked out of heaven, right? It's a matter of changing your own perspective and, creating this mental and emotional space for you to attract what it is that you actually want. And possibly even to see your current position as something that you've wanted as well. And just by changing your perspective in your career position is going to help you get to where you want to be, okay? Because your thoughts and attitudes are attracting you to the people, places, and things, basically to the experiences in your life. So it's so important for you to maintain a proper perspective if you want to find new work. All right, so the psychic tarot we have here are the crown chakra card, the harmony card, and we have destiny, patience and planning, and the last one, intuition. All right. So I do feel that you're being called to possibly change your career like in a destined type of way. You're just feeling called to do something else at this time. Okay. Now, your connection to spirit, your own intuition, your thoughts, basically your mental space is that you can create more harmony if you follow what it is you feel destined to do, okay? But over here, we have patience and planning next to intuition, all right? So you may not get what it is that you want immediately here because of that locked card, right? Because you're in this stage of, feeling called to do something new, feeling called to almost take your life to the next level when it comes to your career, okay? But Now is the time for you to really plan for that and connect more with your intuition. We have intuition on one side and crown chakra on the other. And I feel like these are connected in such a way that you know intuitively how to create this harmony within yourself and how to align with this destiny that you feel within yourself. But it's like, instead of just thinking you can hop right into it, now is the time to really connect with your intuition, to follow your gut instincts, but also to plan for that future. And part of that is changing your perspective so that you can align with what it is that you want when it comes to money and career. All right, now I'm just going to shuffle the Rider-Waite deck, and I just want to get a little clarity on this career and money reading for pile number 1. So let me just shuffle this a few times, and we'll see what comes out. All right. Okay, so first we have the Nine of Swords reversed. So I do feel that it is possible that your current situation is, could have been causing some level of anxiety in the thinking, but I do feel like that's starting to calm down, possibly from a change of perspective. Maybe you're already in the process of changing your mental perspective here. All right. Now, that's in your thinking because that's a sword cup. The next card that came out is the Five of Cups. I said the sword cup. That's the sword card. So that's more about your mental space. So your thoughts are not as imbalanced as they may have once been, or even full of anxiety like they may have once been. But emotionally, I feel like when it comes to career and money, you're still focused so much on what you've lost, those spilled cups. And it's like that perspective change is going to take place once you emotionally just turn around and look at what's still standing. So it's not just about calming your thoughts, but it's also about your emotions. Your perspective change has to take place for both emotions and thinking. And we have the Six of Cups reversed. So I do see that it's possible that some of your some of the sadness or negative emotions tied to career and money at this time just has to do with your past, where you've been, and kind of almost focusing too much on what went wrong in some kind of past career situation. But look at that. You have the Chariot to move you forward, okay? So as you do change your perspective and begin to kind of let your destiny guide you a little more so than trying to take full control here, right? So as you change your perspective, you're almost like letting go of the reins, and that's when this destiny can really start to take over, because it's all about that perspective change. So once that shift happens away from what's gone on in the past, the things that you can't seem to stop pining about, your thinking is on its way. But once you let all this go, you're finally able to move forward. And that forward motion is going to be more in alignment and in balance and harmony, like this card here, because you have the black and the white, for the Chariot here. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull 3 cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle as a final advice or message for you guys who chose pile number 1. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards 3 times and pick 3 final cards for your career and money reading for August. Round and Round is the first card. My first thought when I pulled this one out is basically that you keep circling back to these same thoughts, these same emotions, like round and round we go, right? But it's as you begin to rise, because this spiral starts down here and then it's getting bigger and bigger, right? So I feel like as you begin to let go of your past perspectives, as you begin to see, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, as you begin to experience similar situations that you've already experienced in your life from yet a higher perspective, more in alignment with your destiny and with this changed perspective, you're going to start seeing things from a higher perspective, even if you've visited those thoughts and attitudes before. So I do feel like as you change your perspective, it's definitely going to change the way that you see all of these things that you've already experienced coming to pass again and again, right? And we have the no place like home card. Now, I do feel as though part of this is almost like being afraid to put yourself out there, okay? So it's really time to let go of any fears for putting yourself out there, fear of rejection, fear of not getting what it is that you want, okay? That card, I believe, is just asking you to really put yourself out there, to stop being stuck within yourself to this point where that's all you have. Because this house is like hanging on a hook in the middle of the air. It's like you can't go anywhere from that position, right? So I do feel like it's time to put yourself out there so you can change your perspective outside of what you're experiencing in your thoughts and emotions. And finally, we have the chop wood card. Kind of like that locked card at the beginning. No matter what it is you're doing, even when you reach a higher perspective and a better perspective, you still have to work. Like I always say when I get this one, before enlightenment, you have to chop wood and carry water. And after enlightenment, you still have to chop wood and carry water. And I also find it interesting that you see the broom here and all of this sunlight coming down. There's actually a face on the broom as well in the image. But that broom is in a doorway. So I do feel like as you just kind of get to work wherever it is you are, it doesn't matter where you are in your perspectives. It doesn't matter where you are socially. But what matters is that you just put yourself to work doing the work at hand to the best of your ability. That is literally going to help you change your perspective as well. As long as you put your best foot forward, it's like opening a door to a whole new experience for you. So again, I feel like you're in this part of your career and money life where it's going to be so important for you to change your perspective. And it's going to be so important for you to have patience as you plan for your future, right? And align with what it is that you intuitively already know. All right, pile number one. In the end, I do see as your perspective does shift into a more positive environment for you in work, that you will be able to move forward with much more ease, with that Chariot card showing there as well. So as you change your perspective, the lock will seem to come undone before your eyes. But it's got to be that little perspective shift that has to take place first. You can't see the harmony and balance only in some other place in the future. You have to find the harmony and balance in your now moment. All right, pile number one. I hope this reading resonates with you. And don't forget to click the like button on this video and leave me a comment down below if this resonates. Thank you all so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And now it's time to move on to pile number two. Hello to all of you who chose pile number two. So we're going to start with these pre-shuffled cards. We have 2 cards from the Career and Life Oracle and 5 cards from the Psychic Tarot. All right, so the first card, it says here, Saving Face. You may need to grin and bear it to maintain respect and keep your job. Or you need to smile and make nice to get the position you want. And the second one says independence. It's time to go out on your own and create your own business or try something well outside of your comfort zone. All right. So it looks like on the one hand, you have to like wear this mask in your job or career. Um, Basically, I feel as though something may be bothering you right now when it comes to your career, but you just have to smile and nod and keep moving forward, okay? Make nice to get that position that you want. But I know that this is hard because you are an independent person. So when, it's really hard if you're a very independent person to not only have to constantly do what other people say, but to smile and go with it, even if it's not in alignment with what you want from your independence. All right. So I feel as though some of you who have chose pile number 2 may be at this crossroads right now within your career life where you're not sure if you want to just keep smiling and going with it in your current job, or if you want to break free and be an entrepreneur. Because it's time to go out on your own, create your own business, or try something outside of your comfort zone. So I do feel like you're at this crossroads where it's like, do I want to keep wearing this mask in my workplace? Or do I want to break free and get out on my own? Right? So let's go ahead and see what the Psychic Tarot has for you, pile number 2. The first card here says obstacles and challenges. That makes sense for kind of what we were just talking about. Same with discontent and boredom, okay? Next, we have transformation and spiritual union. And finally, financial and material changes. Okay. All right, you guys. So I definitely see that for you, some of you who chose pile number 2, there have definitely been some obstacles and challenges in your thinking when it comes to your career lately. All right. Now, with this discontent and boredom card, it's clear that he's just focusing on the darker things right now because he could literally turn around and see this beautiful landscape. He could look down and see the light reflecting rainbows below his feet. But he's ignoring all that. He's staring into a dark corner, right? So in general, I just feel like the current obstacle and challenge and just this sense of discontent, boredom in the job or in the workplace is something that is basically created in your own thinking. It's like focusing too long in the dark spaces of your mind when you're at work. All right. Now we have the transformation card though. So I do see that this dark cocoon you've placed yourself in with obstacles and discontent has created this environment for you to really transform, and kind of like a caterpillar who goes into the cocoon and comes out as a butterfly, right? So I feel like while it feels like an obstacle right now, it feels challenging, I do feel like there is a transformation that is literally taking place right now. All right? Because then we have spiritual union followed by financial and material changes. All right? And notice, those are both number 5. The obstacles and challenges and the financial and material changes. So it's like your obstacle is leading to changes because of this transformation that can take place and this spiritual union that is taking place within you. All right. So even though the image on the spiritual union card shows 2 people putting their heads together, to create this beautiful light and union, I see this as your higher self and your lower self kind of coming together. Maybe even helping you to find your courage for the independence that you need for these changes to take place. For some of you, I think for some of you, you're going to find a different movement forward after this transformation. Even if you stay in your current situation with your career, things will still transform, because I feel like instead of just smiling and bearing it, you will show more of your independent attitude when it comes to your job, which can also lead to other obstacles and challenges. But in the end, it's going to lead to some kind of change. All right, now I'm just going to shuffle the Rider-Waite deck for you guys who picked pile number 2. I'm going to shuffle this deck a few times and we'll pull some cards for clarity on this reading for you guys. Oh. Here we go. So first we have the Fool, which is very interesting because the Fool is like taking this nonchalant approach, right? He's just kind of going along his own little way, oblivious to challenges around him. So I do feel like the transformation is definitely going to help you to reach a new perspective that will help you here to move forward. And look at that. We have the Four of Cups, but it's reversed, right? By this discontent and boredom, also number 4. All right. So I do feel like this level of discontent that you're feeling in your career at this time is definitely leading to a change. It's leading you to actually take notice of your own feelings, how things are making you feel in the workplace. Basically, I feel like you're learning how to connect your actual emotions with what's going on out there in the workplace. And we have the 5 of Swords. This one is reversed. I think that part of what you also need to recognize when it comes to your career is that you have to recognize when you need to take up your swords and leave, or when you just need to walk away from a situation, right? So, I feel like part of your obstacle and challenge is that you may want to win every single argument, or basically every opposing opinion. It's like you're taking them head on, right? It's almost like this sense of feeling like you're not always sure when to stop, right? Finally, the last card we have is the Devil reversed. I'm covering the nudity here. So I will be placing this card face down. But the Devil is usually about temptation, addiction. It's about being more aligned with like the lower vibrations, lower emotions, your lower self, right? But with that card being reversed over here, I do feel that you all are definitely going to get out of this place of, obstacle, challenge, discontent, and boredom. You're definitely on your way out of it, if that makes sense, because we have the Devil being reversed. So I feel like where you used to feel kind of chained to those lower emotions, those lower thoughts, lower vibrations, I feel like you're going to start to kind of break free from that, possibly as you gain more of your own independence back when it comes to your career life. All right, you guys. Let's go ahead and move these over. Now I'm just going to shuffle the Wisdom of the Oracle, and I'm going to pull 3 cards as a final message for you who chose pile number 2. This will give you a little advice for your career and money moving forward. All right, so we have the Thinker card. We have Exchanging Gifts. and TikTok. So yes. Okay. I do feel like you guys have been thinking a lot. If you chose pile number 2, you've been thinking a lot about, what you have to offer to the world, what you have to give to others, right? So you've been thinking on what it is that you can give to the world and what the world can give to you even, especially when it comes to your career. And then over here we have the TikTok, because I feel like there's this sense of urgency. There's a sense of urgency to move forward and to change things up. And I think that sense of urgency is basically because of feeling tired of these obstacles, challenges, and this perspective that you've been living in that is creating not the best environment when it comes to your work life. But remember, it's that obstacle, it's that challenge, it's the discontent that will be leading to the transformation. So, the more you had been thinking on this, the more you're kind of creating this environment for yourself to share your gifts with others, to share your gifts with the world. But part of that is probably going to include showing your true self, instead of just saving face and wearing that mask. I feel like a lot of times you feel like you just grin and bear it to maintain respect, to keep your job. But really, I feel like what you want to align with more now is your own independence. Whether it's staying in your job or starting new somewhere else, or if it's just starting your own business, like that card suggests. You've been thinking of how you want to give to the world, and you feel like your time is coming. Your time is now. All right. So I do feel like the obstacles you've been facing is leading to a transformation in the month of August. And if nothing else, you're at least expanding your horizons and recognizing what it is that you have to give, either in your current job or in the future as you move through this transformation, and as you align more with your spirit in that spiritual union. All right, because again, we have that devil reversed, because you're not going to keep ruminating in these obstacles, challenge, and discontent. You're going to be moving forward. You're going to be finding spiritual union, and that's going to create some kind of change in your career life. All right, pile number 2. I hope this reading helps you in some way. Don't forget to click the like button on this video and leave me a comment in the comment section down below if you feel like this reading resonates with you. Thank you guys so much for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And now it's time to move on to pile number 3. Hello to all of you who chose pile number 3. So this is your career and money tarot and oracle reading for August 2024. So what you see here, I've already pre-shuffled 2 cards from the career and life oracle and 5 cards from the psychic tarot. So let's see what we have here for you, pile number 3. The first card is spiritual work, and it says, doing some inner work can help you get clear before you move on. You will get insights into what work will best serve your needs. So you're being asked to connect with your higher self, to connect with your spirit, your source. All right. And next we have brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. All right. Wow, you guys. So I see here that it is possible that you guys have been doing some kind of inner work, some kind of spiritual work. Maybe you've been disciplined in a meditation practice, or just some type of daily prayer, journaling, or any type of spiritual work to help you connect with your inner self. Now, if you haven't, then this is asking you to do so. Because as you connect more with your spirit through that spiritual work, you are actually going to connect more with your own brilliance, your own spark of genius that can come out of simply giving yourself the mental and emotional stillness to let that brilliance shine brightly. All right. And you can do that through meditation, concentration practice, prayer, taking a daily walk in nature. There's a multitude of ways that you could do this spiritual work that will help you to connect with your brilliance if you have not already. Now, I do feel also for some of you already that you've been doing this inner work, you've been connecting with spirit, and now you're starting to get all these ideas. And you're being guided now by that card to just follow these brilliant ideas that you're receiving. All right, so in the Psychic Tarot, the first card we have here is Partnerships and Allies, or Partnerships and Alliances. We have Passion Ignited. Great. We also have Prosperity Begins. Look at that. We have Love Begins. Look at all these number ones, you guys. And finally, we have Throat Chakra. All right. So, what I see right off the bat, you guys, these three cards right in the middle are all number one. So, what we have is Passion Ignited, Prosperity Begins, and Love Begins. You guys, I do feel like as you're connecting more with your spirit, with your true purpose in life, and as you're doing the spiritual work to bring out your own genius, it's like you're planting this seed for all this fruit. You know, just remember, that's only number one. Okay, so you can't like plant the seed and then eat the fruit right away. You're planting the seed. Your passion was ignited, and that is planting this seed, okay? So, I just feel like currently you may also have someone in your life that's helping you to ignite this passion. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could be a coworker, a friend, a family member, or a romantic partner. But someone in your life is helping you to align with your passion. And that is planting this seed for future prosperity for you, right? Over here, we have the Love Begins and the Throat Chakra card. So I feel like as you do the spiritual work and kind of align with your purpose and passion, I believe that you're going to start to see the people in your life that are there to help you. And therefore, we have this Love Begins card as well. So I feel like as you've aligned with the spiritual work, done the spiritual work, and more aligned with your purpose, that is going to help you align more with unconditional love, that constant flow of love that comes from above, right? And that is going to help you to express yourself in new ways. Now, the outer expression is something that may be a challenge at times for you, but I do feel like this alignment with your purpose and having these ideas flow from you is going to help you with your outer expression when it comes to your career and money. All right. So in some way, you expressing yourself, expressing your passion, and maybe even sharing yourself more with the people in your life that can help you to align with that. That is what's going to help you propel forward in the best possible ways. All right, pile number 3. Now I'm going to shuffle the Rider-Waite deck a few times, and I will pull some cards for clarity on this reading for you guys. All right. So the first card we have here is the Moon. So what I feel is that this is definitely some kind of hidden, what do I want to say? Something hidden coming to the light. Now, I think that as you connect more with your own intuition through this spiritual work and just through listening to these ideas that come from yourself, as you align with your passion and spirit, then your intuition is going to shine through. And that's almost going to be just automatic, right? Now, I also showed that it's going to uncover some things that have been kept hidden. So by hidden, I just mean it's going to uncover all of these opportunities for you, things that you may not have seen before, because the moon is all about things that remain hidden. It could also be, I'm also feeling like in a way, you've been hiding yourself from your own passion, from your own purpose, from creating your own prosperity. And I just feel like it's the spiritual work that's going to help you with that. Next, we have the Hierophant, and that one is reversed. So yeah, I do feel like the reason your passion was kind of hidden in the past definitely has to do with not really connecting with your spirit, not connecting with that that inner voice, right? Not understanding that you have the power to actually control what's happening in your life. All right. But I do feel like that's changing. I'm thinking that you're going to draw this Hierophant energy closer to you now as these hidden forces become revealed to you. All right. I see the Four of Swords is reversed as well. So I do feel like the reason the Hierophant is reversed is simply because you are not giving yourself the time to rest and rejuvenate and to really ponder on some of these ideas that you receive. All right. So these two cards next to each other are asking you to get on with this spiritual work that you've been guided to do and to find stillness in your thinking, because that is going to be helping you to reveal those things that have remained hidden from you, but that will now want to shine brightly. Okay. And the last Rider-Waite, we have Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups also comes out reversed. I do feel like, the more that you can focus in on not only your thoughts, slowing your thoughts, stilling your mind, it's also going to be about stilling those emotions. So it's about finding calm waters within yourself, right? All right. So I do feel like the advice in these cards is going to be about understanding the more hidden parts of yourself through the spiritual work and stilling your mind and emotions. That is going to reveal more of really what this reading is talking about: unlocking your purpose, your passions, finding the right partnerships and alliances that will help you move forward in your ideas and in how you feel you want to live your life. It's going to also help you express yourself on a deeper level. But before we can even get here, we have to first connect with that spiritual work that has to take place, so that you can align your being with, the passion, the prosperity, and the love that it takes to really shine your brilliance out. All right, pile number 3, I'm going to shuffle the Wisdom of the Oracle deck, and I will pull 3 cards as your final message for career and money for August 2024. All right, one more shuffle. All right, so first we have chaos and conflict. In that image, you see that this zebra, it's clearly a zebra, but it had like the color and pattern of a giraffe. So it's through this chaos and conflict that you may be experiencing in your career, this feeling like you need to align more with your purpose is kind of causing a little bit of chaos in your life. It's showing that you haven't really been using your true potential. You haven't been showing your true colors yet. All right. But I feel like they're coming through because the giraffe is like falling away to show the true zebra that lies underneath. Next, we have the peace card. Oh, yeah. So again, this is about creating this level of inner peace for yourself. So this card is asking you, well, really, 2 + 3 is 5 as well. So, like we said about the other 5s here, it's like the challenge, okay? The Hierophant is the challenge of not aligning with peace. The throat chakra, number 5, your challenge is not expressing yourself fully to the best of your ability and to the best of your own passion, potential, and purpose, all right? So I do see that this chaos and conflict is going to help you to overcome the obstacle of creating peace for yourself. Because it's in these times of conflict in our life that we really strive to find that inner peace. So I do feel as though you are going to find that peace for yourself, but you have to give yourself the time and space for it. And finally, we have between worlds. Yeah, so I just feel like right now you're between worlds. You're in this place when it comes to career and money where it's like you're still halfway in the old way of being, not doing the spiritual work, but keeping your spirit more hidden. But you're also moving forward into what's to come. You actually doing this spiritual work and unlocking new levels of beauty and abundance in your life. All right? Because you have prosperity begins, you have passion ignited, and love begins. So all of this is coming to you. But at some point in the month of August, you guys, you're going to realize that you no longer want to align with this chaos and conflict in your thinking. It's time to align with inner peace so that you can then propel yourself into the new world that awaits you, where you can express yourself freely, where you are aligned with your purpose and your soul's mission for this lifetime. And that will unlock a new level of abundance for you through the prosperity that you can create just by being in such alignment with yourself. So I do see good coming out of this whole thing. Just make sure to do the spiritual work. Doing some inner work can help you get clear before you move on. That's the point of this entire reading. You have to get clear. So you have to find that inner peace and understand the hidden part of you that needs to come out through that spiritual work. And it's going to change everything. All right, pile number 3. I hope that you like this video. And if you do, be sure to click the like button for me. And if this reading resonates, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section down below. And thank you all for being here and spending your time with me. I love you. And I'll see you next time. Bye.